my wife and kids left for a week. I was just alone in the house.
When you abandon standards and merit, we get crap like that, and people would say it's high art.
It's performance
Use
art.
your imagination, Shad. It's high art.
Hey, in 4 years it'll be an Olympic event. Just wait.
That was
the musical.
That's me if I ever get drunk. So I'll just keep being
Stay
straight
sober.
edge. So, yeah. Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh my God. So, the Acolyte, the gift that keeps on giving. I am so ready to be fucking done talking about this shit. And then Amanda Stenberg, to follow up her diss track, goes out and makes a response to the Acolyte getting canceled last week. And yeah, it wasn't good. It's the alt-right. It's the alt-right, guys.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the low viewership. Not the slightest.
Yeah,
Do you think she could define any of the terms she uses in this video?
No.
Okay,
He is
Chrissy, explain since I'm not a girl, obviously I'm a dude. What's the deal with women wanting to talk stuff while they're doing their hair or doing their makeup? Is that
called Get Ready With Me, Gary?
Yeah, Ryan knows.
Okay, Ryan, how in the fuck do you know that?
I've opened Instagram once in my fucking life and seen a reel of women doing Get Ready With Me or whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay.
You want to watch her put in her fake hair?
Yeah, I don't know. That's black stuff. I don't know what that is all about. She's got a fork in there.
She's
That's bullshit. We know you know all about it.
Yeah. So my favorite part of this is actually in the beginning when she's like, I can't tell you how much I hate doing this. I hate just speaking off the top of my head and not reading my thoughts on a cue card. Like that's just like so ironic because it's very true for a lot of these actors and actresses. But I mean, one of the interesting things I took away from this 8-minute and 30-second, speech about the Acolyte was there was no, hey guys, we see all you out there pushing for a season 2. Keep at it. We really appreciate it. Maybe something can change. It was a very resigned, yeah, this show's canceled. Those racist bigots and people in the alt-right. And I expected it after so much racist backlash. Cancel it. Not much hope for you. Renew the
That's the
Acolyte.
Hey guys, if we have this much power, right? Fuck. What other shows we can get canceled? What can we do?
What about all the other things we tried to get canceled and never got canceled?
Yeah, well, it comes back to there is nobody at Lucasfilm that wanted to cancel this show. If anything, they were going to go out of their way to keep this show going.
Yep.
The fact that they felt that they had to cancel it after one season, it just shows you that it was even worse than we imagined. It was even worse than what we reported. Because there's no fucking way that they would have canceled it if there was even a chance. Go ahead, Disparu.
But that's the subtext of all of this. If you're saying that toxic fans hated the show and didn't watch the show and that's why it got cancelled, well now toxic fans just mean the majority of the Star Wars audience.
Exactly.
Which means you should make things for those toxic fans. Whether you agree with them or not, it doesn't matter what they want. It doesn't matter who they want. It doesn't matter if they are all the things that you say they are. You need to make them or just stop making stuff for Star Wars. Those are
Yes. Yep. I'm just glad, like, I don't know why the alt-right didn't show up in the first couple seasons for Mandalorian, Andor, but glad Steve Bannon made the call, sent the email out, mobilized everybody to take down the Acolyte, because that was clearly the priority there, apparently.
Collect call from federal prison.
Character.
Yeah, she was a woman. I was like, oh god, I can't stand her.
So stupid, man.
It's so pathetic, and it really shows just how awful most modern actors are. Encapsulated in this, she can't take any responsibility for terrible performance, her attitude driving away fans, or anything like that. No, it's everyone else's fault, and they're racist, and they just hate me because I'm black. It's all like she's so vapid and narcissistic.
Well, and like she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to take any responsibility for anything in terms of like her response. Her response should simply be like, really sad that the show was canceled. We had a great time, had a lot of great experiences with Star Wars fans, and I'm glad for those that watched it, enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what other opportunities I've had, yada yada yada. That's really all she has to fucking say, and there's no issue, there's no controversy, whatever. But the reality of it is we're talking about somebody who literally made a fucking diss track halfway through So of course she wasn't going to just say that. Of course she was going to sit there and blame it on the fans, the racist, toxic fans out there. So this is par for the course with what we've expected from her.
I think she also had to defend doing the diss track because she's done it multiple times. And after the diss track, she then went on that open panel show, whatever it was.
View. She went on the View.
Yeah,
They were
that's
like,
right. I forgot about that.
Because your show has been so popular and such a hit, you've become a target. And it's like, well, I'm starting off with lies. I see. Got it.
And as we saw with Variety, they said that a source inside it that was dealing with it said they made that diss track was an easy target and it helped towards the cancellation or something like that. And so I think that she probably has been specifically targeted as you did not help the show personally. And so the more excuses she can afford about why she had to do it, justifications, probably she could well, no, I had no other choice. I wasn't the reason the show got cancelled. So I think this is a bit of a defensive maneuver by attacking.
So the question is, do you think she's going to get fired as a result of this?
No.
What do you mean
Well,
she's
got
fired?
canceled.
The show.
She's already fired, yeah.
Well,
Fired.
I get that. I'm talking about like for future Disney projects because they tend to recycle actors quite a bit.
So you mean get other work? That time will tell.
Stop her from getting other work.
Stop her from getting other work. Time will tell. I don't think she's a very talented actress, so I don't think she was going to get work anyway. But we'll see.
Yeah, like she gave a horrific performance in The Acolyte, both as May and Osha. It was not good. She was not the biggest problem with the show. The biggest problem with the show at the core was the writing.
Yep.
It
No,
wouldn't matter
absolutely.
who was in that role. Somebody could give a very compelling performance, and at the end of the day, you might be trying to polish a turd because it was abysmal writing.
Yep. Yeah, Carrie
She
Ann
didn't
Moss
help
was in it.
things,
No, if everybody would have shut up, if Kathleen Kennedy hadn't come out and said what she said something about it's hard for women to get in.
Male Star Wars fans.
Male
It's so
Star Wars
hard for
fans.
women.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard for women that we put in leadership roles to make terrible things here. Because you know what happens? They make something bad and they get criticized.
Yeah.
How is that supposed to happen? That's not okay.
So they
Hey,
brought this all on themselves. You start a war with your paying customer, and whether she's being specific to a group or not, it really goes out like scattershot. It hits everybody, and they get fucking pissed off every time. The best thing to do is shut the fuck up. You think Kathleen Kennedy would know that?
Yeah. Well, here's I've got a bold prediction, guys. Okay, so bear with me. I don't think we've ever talked about this in the show, but I think this might be the end for Kathleen Kennedy, guys. I think.
This
Do you
is
have a
it.
source that can confirm this?
I think she might be getting fired. I think the time has
I
come.
can confirm.
Listen, I saw a
although it's
video
only
from
it's
a guy-
I can confirm at 3 o'clock because it's 5 o'clock Central, so at 3 o'clock Pacific, Kathleen Kennedy has left Lucasfilm. She will return to work Monday morning.
Listen, I saw a video from a great guy named Mike Zero, and he had everything laid out, and it looked really legit. So I'm pretty sure it's happening, guys. I'm pretty sure.
He brought the receipts.
I can't wait when
Not
she,
exactly.
dude when she leaves when she's like 95.
I told you.
And everybody's like, I told you! All the scoopers are going to go, the person who correctly predicted Kathleen Kennedy would leave.
Healed out on a journey.
Oh,
It's funny because it's like Mike Zero was making Leslie Headland has been fired videos for like 3 months now.
Yeah.
Like by the time the show actually gets canceled, he's already onto the videos talking about Leslie Headland has already filed a lawsuit against Disney after being fired. It's obviously just a bullshit.
Garrett,
Star
do you have-
Wars Nostradamus as predicted once
we
again.
don't want to go through the whole 8-minute thing, but do you have
No, I have
timestamp?
just like.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm seriously.
I had it ready the whole
I'm
time.
seriously gonna start reacting to Mike Zero videos so I can steal his title about like Brie Larson DDTs Ryan Reynolds after Deadpool 3 opening or whatever he was putting in. He was putting like Brie Larson lashes out at Ryan Reynolds and he got like 400,000 views.
I'm
like, what?
I'm quitting if you react to Mike Zero.
Dude, I was totally reacting to him.
Don't want to be associated with
I mean,
gamers.
God, every fucking week I get asked by somebody, did you hear about this rumor? And I'm like, that's the dumbest, most reported Sure enough, up pops a Mike Zero video on the
Yep.
feed.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, look right here. The most recent video is titled is Leslie Headland knocks woke Disney in financial hell.
It's all about this lawsuit that she filed fucking 8 weeks ago, according to his YouTube channel against Disney.
It's amazing. These titles are insane. But the Brie Larson one going after Ryan Reynolds one, even I had to click on that. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
What is happening? He's saying that basically his entire thing is that Ryan Reynolds didn't listen to a single thing that Disney told them to do, that Ryan Reynolds was fighting Bob Iger every step of the way, and that they wanted to put Captain Marvel in the movie, and Ryan Reynolds said no. Like, that's the premise.
Here it is. Brie Larson attacks Ryan Reynolds after Deadpool and Wolverine box office hits record high for Marvel. It's got 300,000 views.
Wow. Hey, man. Guess if it works, it works.
There's no shame to his game. None.
Hey,
that's a superpower.
I respect it. All right. I ain't hating. I respect it.
People believe it.
I don't respect it.
I respect the fuck out of it.
People are making threads about us about fucking disinformation, misinformation.
I know.
I direct you to Mike Zero.
Oh man.
Let's hit this clip real quick.
We'll get him on Geeks and Gamers
All right, we're
Daily.
You know what?
You got any scoops for us?
You know
Any scoops?
You know what clip to follow up with, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Me.
No, there's another clip to follow up with. So we're on the same.
I'm gonna
page.
guess, and I think I know what you're talking.
It's the one that's in the Discord.
Oh, maybe I don't.
The dude Disney. Every time TV show movie flops, it's an F&T research. Follow it up with that. So let's hit this.
Not ringing any bells, but all right, I'm gonna look at it.
Dude, it's in the F&T research.
Our Star Wars show has been canceled. And I'm going to be transparent and say that it's not a huge shock for me.
It's not a huge shock for
Of
us
course, I
either.
live in the bubble of my own reality, but for those who aren't aware, there has been
Oh, she just talks like that.
a rampage of vitriol that we have faced since the show was even announced, when it was still just a concept and when no one had even seen it. And that's when we started experiencing a rampage of, I would say, hyper-conservative bigotry and vitriol, prejudice, hatred, and hateful language.
She sounds like
You
a fucking
Isn't how English
12-year-old.
works.
You can see her looking to like, did I get
Yeah.
all the check boxes? Yeah. Okay.
How is that
yeah,
conservative?
bigoted and hyper conservative.
And
Because
you know,
it's an evil term. You just label
Like-
anybody you don't like as hyper conservative. What?
you know,
Wow.
he's trying to say it was so
Conserving
unfair the
Star
show
Wars.
got all this negativity before it was even out. It's like, no, we saw that Star Wars, like talks about, Star Wars is so patriarchal and all this other bullcrap.
Yeah, a
that
year
the people involved-
before.
Yeah, that's what caused all the negativity because the people making the show clearly didn't know a thing about Star Wars.
Yeah, outspoken
listen,
conservative Jeremy Johns speaks out against.
I will. This is what I'll say about when the show was announced itself. I was one of the people that photoshopped Harvey Weinstein next to Leslie Headland in a thumbnail. Okay, like when
Was
it
that
got
you?
announced,
Because that's not her. That picture going around, that was you, right?
I definitely did. I photoshopped her in
The,
one. yeah.
the one where it's him and her, and they're both like, she's in a black dress, he's in a black suit with a black tie. So that video I was telling you about, New
Oh,
Rock Stars,
Dude,
that
we
got
get
ratioed.
pull that up.
They were using
Garrett,
that
after this
picture-
one.
They were
Sorry.
using that picture talking about how she was connected to Harvey and her connection, but like they didn't mention that it was a Photoshop, and I'm pretty sure it was your Photoshop picture, Ryan. I'm pretty sure. And I was like, holy
picture
shit.
everywhere. I didn't know that was photoshopped
It's
either.
Ryan's.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean,
if
look
it's
at the body.
totally
It's
mine.
obvious.
Okay, let me see
I've
yours,
never
and then I'll
looked
tell
at
you.
it.
So
Because I remember when you did this, because you're like, you were like, I hunted, Jeremy. I hunted for a picture of Harvey Weinstein and Leslie Headland.
This
but
is the one I did. Here we go. Like,
No,
okay, no, that's not
Okay,
the one
that's
they
a
used.
different
So,
one.
okay,
Yeah.
That's
But
not
it's one of the
actually-
first.
Yeah, yeah,
we're going down
So-
internet lore here. It's one of the
yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that is one of the first.
But we
Well,
have
That is one of the first.
but the when it was
Wow.
announced, right after the terrible failure of Rise of Skywalker, right, the next project that Disney announced a few months after that, it comes out about The Acolyte. No, we didn't know it was called The Acolyte at the time. It was just female-focused Star Wars project led by Leslie Headland. So we're thinking, okay, this is the only thing you have to tell us. It's going to be female-focused after everything we just watched. Okay, got it. Leslie Headland. Who is Leslie Headland? Oh, Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant. Let's look at Leslie Headland. Oh, she deleted dozens and dozens of tweets right before the big announcement was made.
Wow.
So there was a lot of questions. Okay, you have Harvey Weinstein here. Why is it only female to tell us about this? So let's throw some like red flags. So there were people wondering what this was. Then we get told what the show is about by Leslie Headland. Then we hear the cast and crew at Star Wars Celebration, and instead of talking about Star Wars, instead of talking about, hey, this is really why we want to honor this and do that, they're just talking about diversity and representation and all this stuff. Leslie Headland, 3 years before the show came out, said that the Acolyte is going to represent her. So we had all these questions. What the show would be. But it's not like we just
we haven't had a lot of female representation. Star Wars has been very patriarchal. And what was that? I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact quote, but it was like, Star Wars hasn't really been about good and evil or something like that. Like, they were two of the most retarded comments that you could make about Star Wars, about people involved in making a Star Wars show. So of course that's going to get criticism and backlash. And it's a massive red flag about what that show was going to be. But she's trying to say, oh, it was so unfair, everyone was criticizing the show before it came out. And here's the thing, if it was actually good, we've proven that we would acknowledge if it was good, even with red flags before. Happened with House of Dragon, happened with the Dungeons &
And to back you up, I actually enjoyed the D&D movie as well. I thought it was going to be garbage, and I actually had a lot of fun watching it.
It's a lot of fun.
The Acolyte lost Grace Randolph. Do you have any idea how bad?
Yeah, you had to try really hard to
early
lose
on.
Grace.
Really, really hard. Here we go. This
Garrett,
Oh,
Garrett, the new Rockstars video, they go on ranting about toxic
A long
fans,
time.
and it's a bad video. We can't watch the whole thing. I'm gonna probably do a reaction to that video, but it's a really bad video, and they got ratioed bad. But they make a lot of excuses, and they gloss over the fact they said she worked for the Weinstein Company as an assistant. They didn't say that she worked for Harvey Weinstein as his personal assistant. Like, toxic fans were going after her for being an assistant at the Weinstein Company. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
Very specific
we're talking
position.
About, he's the
We have
one
taken
that's, like,
objective
putting her
butter.
back up against the door and holding it shut while Harvey rapes them.
Yeah.
maybe we'll do that on the bonus hour. But like in the video, he tries to say he's not a shill. But
while he's showing he's a shill.
While he's showing that he's sitting in a group with other shills, meeting with Leslie Headland at Lucasfilm.
Yes.
But guys, Disney doesn't care if we give them negative reviews.
And my question for that is, because you say Disney flies out a bunch of influencers to meet with the cast and the crew and all this stuff. How do you get there? Who pays for it? Who pays for where you're staying? Who pays for the food? Like, Of course you're being paid for that. It's a fucking vacation they're bringing you on.
Dude, and if you got paid actual money, I'd respect that more than selling your integrity for a flight and a fucking gift bag, which you showed in the video, by the way.
Yep.
But we're
absolutely.
objective, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't impact our
sure.
reviews.
Yeah, that video's rough.
Totally.
That's a rough video.
The main issue is, even if you do try and be objective, even if you really try, the moment you start meeting the directors, start interviewing the cast, and getting hotels paid for, you're going to want to be polite to them. You're not going to want to be like as savage as you may have been, because you'd have to be a bit of an arse if you actually met these people and they've been nice to you. So you can't help it.
There used to be critics who would purposefully stay away from the studios for precisely that reason back in the day.
Yeah. But the
to
Gamers
maintain
Nexus who does
objectivity.
PC game reviews, if somebody offers them a flight to a place, they're like, no, and they pay for
Halfway there, we have the upper hand. We are losing Objective Charlie. We have lost Objective Charlie.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have like 5 minutes to talk about it.
Enemy airship is en route. Has arrived.
Oh, okay. Just play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just play the game, Gary.
Shout out to Drunk 3PO. Subscribe.
Should
to
I
Drunk
play? Hell. What's up, Jay?
Hey, man,
How's it going, brother?
He only needs 1,500.
Yep. Jay needs 1,500. He's hit. He's hit. This is your moment. Go. What's your channel? Jay?
Anything? Can you hear us?
Jay?
I don't think you can hear us. Yeah. All right.
Celebrating Christmas a little early. You know.
So.
Celebrating Christmas.
If you want to see how bad Star Wars out.
You're gonna get more. You're gonna get more. You'll probably have a rise.
Those yellow question marks mean that they're like hunting for it.
Oh, okay.
What? And it'll turn red.
No way.
That's an invincible bush.
Sighting a tank! Emmett, that's a tank!
There's one right in the bucket.
What the fuck?
We have taken objective Charlie.
Okay.
Wow. We need those bushes in my yard.
Holy crap! What the fuck? What is this game, dude?
Garbage is what it is.
No. No. The gameplay for our two highly anticipated upcoming premium titles, Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadow, was not only praised by players and critics alike, but also highlighted.
We have taken objective Butter.
That's a tank!
We have lost objective Charlie.
Yeah, they get ring power of 6.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Years when LucasArts was a thing, it's just like there's no excuse for this. For the amount of money they have, the amount of resources they have, it's unbelievable that this is where we are. But so Ryan, how many video games have we had under Lucasfilm since Disney took over? We had Battlefront 2015, 2017, Jedi.
Well, we had the EA exclusive for a decade, right? So that
Yeah.
obviously really limited a lot of shit. The
Yeah.
two Battlefront games, the
Jedi Fallen Order, and
Jedi Fallen Order,
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor, the Starfighter game, which I forget what it was called.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
X-Wings.
We are losing objective Charlie.
What is happening? When Shadow of the Empire on Nintendo 64 does pod races better. Oh my god.
We are losing objective Charlie.
So bad too. Oh my god.
You actually delivered.
trying to get in.
There was, there was
What the hell's going on?
game-breaking- I don't know.
Sorry. Go on, guys. Wow.
Such garbage.
Also, like, even without the game-breaking bug stuff and all of the patching issues, the premise for the game was always going to struggle. No one wants to go and experience the underlife of fucking Canto Bight or Kajumi. What? I don't even really know anything about these planets. Like, if you told any random
create a character and play as a fucking scoundrel, right? Like, whatever. You can make your chick, you can make your dude, you can do whatever the fuck you want, instead of kind of locking us into this character that some people don't seem very interested in.
A sentry kit is available near your location.
Which way, Western man?
It's really funny because she's actually so pretty compared to her in the game. So they re-rendered her clearly from the cinematics to in-game play. They extra uglified her.
All right, it's soup time. You're gonna say something, Disper?
Well, it's just that cinematics are often done by outsourced companies, so it may have been like a different company made it. Like, we can't show this face, and actually improve the face of it.
Is this what you're talking about? She looks not too bad in that. Is
Yeah,
it like
No,
the
yeah.
cutscene.
It's better. It's an improvement.
It's still not the same, but yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like her, you know.
End of the day, it's a chick trying to be like Han Solo. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is they did the exact same thing. They uglified the actress that was in Mass Effect Andromeda. I mean, they've been doing this for years at this point. Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Gary knows what we're talking about. He's been calling it out for years. What years. Human in video game.
Yeah. Damn it. It happens when women take over video games and Tolkien franchises.
Shadow of Mordor, Gary?
Have I played the Shadow of Mordor? I have it.